the West judged that Russia launched a new offensive campaign too soon. As Russia begins a new offensive in eastern Ukraine, the West seems skeptical that Moscow can muster enough forces and resources to achieve tangible results. Russia is ramping up its troop buildup on the border and in controlled territories in Ukraine, including new recruits called up to the army last September. Although Russia has a larger number of troops, the West believes that there is no evidence of a significant change in the ability of Russian forces to deploy armed operations to gain and retain new territory. The U.S. military estimates that Russia will not be able to regenerate enough strength for a prolonged offensive campaign until May this year, but Moscow did it earlier. The U.S. believes this happened because of a political decision, a senior U.S. military official told CNN. Although Ukrainian officials are alarmed about new Russian attacks in the east, Kiev itself does not consider the Russian operation too worrying. They gathered enough people to win one or two small cities in the Donbass, but that's it, a senior Ukrainian official told CNN. As the war nears a year, Ukraine continues to pressure the West to provide more advanced long-range weapons to have more power to deal with Russia. In January, the US, UK and Germany agreed to send tanks, but now Ukraine is urging them to send fighter jets and long-range missiles. Earlier this month, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Russia was gathering forces and preparing to take revenge not only on Ukraine, but also on Europe and its allies. Zelensky believes that a new Russian offensive operation has begun. On February 14, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said in Brussels that the U.S. did not see Russia concentrating aircraft to prepare for an air campaign against Ukraine. As for whether Russia has gathered its planes to prepare for a massive air attack, we don't see that at the moment. We know that Russia has a significant number of aircraft and many other capabilities. That's why we need to do everything we can to develop Ukraine's air defense capabilities as much as possible, Austin said. The U.S. Defense Secretary also expects Ukraine to deploy an attack in the spring. On February 16, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that its forces had breached two Ukrainian defense lines in the east, causing Ukrainian troops to withdraw from their positions on the battlefield in Lugansk. During the offensive operation, Ukrainian troops had to retreat 3 kilometers from the previously occupied position. Even with a stronger second line of defense, the enemy cannot stop the Russian breakthrough, the Russian Defense Ministry wrote on Telegram. The announcement did not specify which part of Lugansk the offensive took place.